Hello, one and all. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you have not done yet. Today, we are going to discuss about the second part or second aspect of research methodology. That is, in the last session, we have discussed about the meaning of research, meaning of business research, and characteristics of research. Today, we are going to talk about the definition of research and definition of the business research. Okay, I'm going to share the PPT now. Yeah, I'm with you, your friend Pallavi, Assistant Professor of Management. Okay, today we are going to talk about definition and objective of research. So we have understood that research is something which is, fact finding, a thorough investigation of the facts and the information, right? So how we define research? I have given here two famous definition given by, one is Redman and Mori. They defined research as a systemized effort. Okay, we have seen that research is a systematic investigation, right? So they are also saying that in defining that, they are defining it as a systemized effort for what? For gain new knowledge. Okay, they just give a simple definition. Redman and Mori, they say that research is a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. Okay. Some people consider research as a movement from unknown to known, right? But as per the definition of Mori, it says that research is systematic. We know that, okay? Why we do conduct the systematic investigation or systematic inquiry? To gain the new knowledge, okay? It may be any field, okay? It may be a commerce, management, science, physics, or chemistry, or your nuclear science, whatever the field, to gain knowledge, if you are putting a systematic effort, then it is called as a research. This is the explanation of definition 1. Definition 2 is given by Clifford and Woody. Okay, how they define research comprises defining and redefining. Research is not only confined to defining, it also defines the subject or a problem under study, and also redefine it, because once we have defined it, we might not get the clarity. Again, if we do the re-engineering, okay, reprocess thinking, then again we will do the redefinition of a problem. Okay, so defining and redefining a problem. Okay, and formulating hypothesis. Hypothesis here is nothing but just you, as simple this thing, you can consider it as an assumption. Okay, we will talk about hypothesis in coming classes also. So I am giving here hypothesis is formulating assumption about the expected result of your research. Okay, so research comprises of defining and redefining the problem. Problem here is what is the subject under study or an object under study. Okay, then formulating the hypothesis means we are formulating an assumption that this could be the result of our research study. Okay, or suggested solution. Okay, so assumptions about or suggested solutions about the our research study. Then to do that, to prove or disprove our result or assumptions, we collect the data. After collecting the data, we organize the data. After organizing the data, we evaluate the data. Then after evaluating the data, we make deductions, the understandable format. We put the data in understandable format and we come to a conclusion. Okay, to determine whether they fit formulating hypothesis. Okay, to determine whether they fit to formulating hypothesis. Let us take an example to understand this. Okay, I take in business example. Let us take example of sales, famous thing, right? So sales, I want to study about sales. Okay, I'll study a comparative study on sales, sales of pen. Pen is a product of XYZ company. Okay, for financial assessment year 2020 and 2021. Okay, this is the problem which we want to study. We want to compare the our sales of XYZ companies pen products sales, whether first 2020 how it was and 2020 the sales has decreased or increased. Okay, so what we'll do, we have defined the problem now. Okay, say for example, we have defined and redefined now. So after redefining, we have the definition of the problem would be, I want to compare the sales of the pen. Okay, redefining would be a comparative study should be of 2 years, that current year and the previous year. Okay, the particular product pen of particular company XYZ. So we have redefined in this way. Then we formulate the hypothesis. That hypothesis could be an assumption of results I have said, or a suggested solution. I would say that the sales remains same. Sales remains for both the years unchanged. Okay. Now, this is my hypothesis. Okay. Let us not talk about a null hypothesis or an alternative hypothesis right now. I've just given one suggested solution, that's all. We will discuss about the hypothesis in detail when we are going to the chapter hypothesis. Okay, so I have just given an assumption here that sales would not change, had not changed in year 1 and year 2 under the study. Okay, so now I'll collect the data, right? I have assumed that there is a no change in sales. To prove this or to disprove this, I have to collect the data. The data would be collected from my sales report, you know, your auditing, accounting, your financial statements. So these data would be collected. After collecting the data, we organize that sales related data would be extracted from your financial reports for the particular 2 years. Then we evaluate the data 2020, how much the sales was there, and 2020, how much sales were there. There is a change or no change. We put it in a graph, we put it in a chart, we put it in a presentable manner, or we create a report, right? Why we do all those things? To come to a conclusion whether this is right or wrong, right? Whether my hypothesis or assumption, whether it is right or wrong. The result might be 2020 and 21 sales would be same, or it might and it may disprove the hypothesis. It is not same, but it has increased the sales. 2021 increased the sales, or 2021 has faced the decrease in sales. Okay, so to prove or disprove the hypothesis, we do everything. This is about the definition. Okay, this definition gives us the complete research process. Clifford Woody, what he has said, the research process, entire research process, he has put into a definition. Okay. Next, definition of business research. How we have put a research into a business research. We have studied the meaning of research, then we have converted that meaning, we have put with the aspects of business, and we made it as a business research, right? Similarly, definition of business research also includes the aspects of business. The business research would be conducted in a systematic way. Definitely that would be there everywhere in a meaning, definition, and everywhere. And objective of inquiry, that provides information to guide why business research is conducted, to guide management to take decision or plan, okay, or take some strategical steps. So this research helps the management to take decisions or formulate strategy or plan, okay, which are arrived at through process of planning, acquiring and analyzing and disseminating relevant data. As in the previous example, the relevant data would be related to your revenue and expenses and your sales and cost. Okay. So depending upon the taking the data from the financial reports, what we acquire the data, we analyze the data, we disseminate the data, analyze the data, and analyze data would be disseminating to the decision maker so that the organization will take an appropriate action. In the previous example, say for example, our hypothesis is disproved, that my hypothesis was the sales remains unchanged, right? But hypothesis after the detailed study, it says that sales of 2021 has seen decline, okay, decline in the sales. So now the organization know that after collecting the data, analyzing the data, interpreting the data, it is presenting in a legible, readable, understandable format. Then what we will do, the report would be sent to the management. Okay, the management has to take appropriate action, okay, to maximize its performance. Declining the what you are declining the sales should reverse to to come to an optimum position or to increase in the increase in the your sales. Okay, so with all this research definition, if you put those aspects into a business related aspect, then it will become your definition of business research. Okay, ultimately business research should be conducted to help the management to take the decisions or to take some actions or plans or to formulate any strategies. This is about definition. Then objectives of research. Students, if you see the objectives of research here, you'll come to know that these objectives include the types of research or types of research design, I must say. So we discuss these types of research design or types of research in coming classes, though I would like to brief you here as an objective of the research. Okay. First objective of research is to gain familiarity with the phenomenon. To gain familiarity with the phenomenon means phenomena is here is problem under study, okay, or subject of study. Okay, to achieve new insight into it means we have to explore or we have to find out new things related to the problem or the subject, okay, which is under study. So that is called as exploratory research or formulative research. Okay, so first objective would be that. Next, we after getting new information or collecting information about our problem, then we start describing, explaining our characteristics of the problem. Okay, that is called as descriptive research, describing or explaining the characteristics of particular subject, problem, individual, situation or group. Okay, that is called as descriptive research. That is also one of the objective of research. After that, one more objective is to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it associated with something. Means here we are finding out something occurs or it is associated with something. Means, say for example, I take X and Y. Okay, so if X should happen means Y should be reacting to X. Say for example, X is your price, Y is your demand. Okay, Y is your demand. Okay, then price increase. If price increases, then your demand decreases, right? So X and Y are interreacting with each other. So that is called as your causal research, or we are finding out the reason for the reaction of the two variables. That is why it is known as diagnostic research also. And testing the hypothesis, we know what is hypothesis, right? Broadly, hypothesis is an assumption or suggested result, okay? Our causal relationship with the variables, like what is causing the increase or decrease in demand. That is a causal relationship we are getting, which is known as hypothesis testing of research. Hypothesis testing would be done with the help of various statistical tools and techniques. Okay, so we'll discuss in the future of this chapter. Okay, okay, come to an end. We have seen the definition of research. Research as well as definition of business research, and we have seen the objectives of research. Okay, 4 objectives. Okay, first one says exploratory research, second one says descriptive research, third one says that it is causal research or testing the hypothesis, fourth one says it is a diagnostic research. Okay, so this is what we have discussed today. Okay, overall, as a business commerce or management students, we have to understand that business research help decision maker from intuition information to systematic and objective investigation. So why sales has declined in 2021? It is an intuition that, oh, because of COVID-19 pandemic situation. No, that not might be the reason. That might be the indirect reason. Direct reason might be the income of the population might have decreased because of COVID-19 situation. Okay, so what we are doing here, decision maker, we are giving a direction that don't go with the intuition, but you take the systematic investigation or objective oriented investigation about the cause of some problem. Okay, then business research examine all aspects of the business environment. Okay, it is like your external environment factors, internal environment factors, all those factors, like for example technology or political, if you consider as external environment, or if you consider as an internal environment, it might be your employees or your supplier. So business research will have a comprehensive investigation of your problem. Okay, this is about the definition of business research. I hope you are understanding what I am talking. Thank you for listening to me. For more videos, keep watching my YouTube channel. Have a good day.